Why is hope a relative term? Good morning. My name is Father Frank Buckley. Delighted to be your host for our meditation group this morning, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. If you're new to the program, welcome. Today is going to be a great day. Happy Monday. We do a little more explanation for people who are new on Mondays. This is a three-part program. We always begin with a little inspiration. This morning I will be drawing from Father Lynch, Images of Hope. I've always loved Father Lynch's definition of hope, the arduous task of searching for future good that is realistically possible but not yet visible. And if that's too much to remember, he simplifies it by saying, refusing to believe that all the doors are nailed shut. How helpful in a pandemic. The second part of the program is our meditation itself. If you're new to the program, we give the first 20 minutes of the day to God, and we do this through just a very simple centering prayer. Father Thomas Keating says the method is remarkably simple. We just sit down and give this time to God. We engage a sacred word, could be God, peace, Jesus, Mary, beauty, kindness, one or two syllables, whatever you like. We repeat it 4 or 5 times and then just drop down to deep rest. Consciousness is always vertical. If thoughts come up, and that's just part of being human, we return to the sacred word again. I will ring the bell to get us started. On Mondays, I do a little guided meditation to get us into it, and then we will enjoy the miracle of our breath. And then the last part of the program, something near and dear to St. Ignatius's own heart, is a little Ignatian Jesuit examine where we look over the weekend and discover where God came alive for us. All right, let's get started with William Lynch, one of my favorite Jesuit writers of all time, from his book Images of Hope, Imagination as Healer of the Hopeless. It is impossible to break hope if it chooses not to be broken. But that is no excuse for placing impossible and hopeless burdens upon it. The first of these burdens, all of them the creation of an absolutizing tendency in man, would be to declare that hope is a final interior resource which needs nothing but itself. The sick who have never been asked know that this is absolute nonsense. The fact is that hope is always a relative idea. Let me read that again. The fact is that hope is always a relative idea. It is always relative to the idea of help. It seeks help. It depends. It looks to the outside world. There are no absolute heroes. That is not the way hope works. The absolute heroes are afraid of help, but hope is not. Hope comes close to being the very heart and center of a human being. It is the best resource of a person, always there on the inside, making everything possible when he is in action or waiting to be illuminated when he is ill. It is his most inward possession and is rightly thought of, according to the Pandora story, as still there when everything else has gone. But it would be an intolerable burden for the well or the mentally ill if hope turned out to be a rigidly and exclusively interior thing. The sick who have reached the limit of their interior resources are often told to hold on to this completely inward kind of romantic hope. There is a whole literature of such eloquent rhetoric. It speaks endlessly of the absolute and interior spark in man that cannot be overcome and that needs nothing but itself. I shall discuss some of its concrete forms. Medically or spiritually, it is nonsense and harmful, especially to the sick, when they are told it is there and they know it really is not. If we did not know that hope is a relative idea related to the outside world and to help, we would all become sick or sicker than we already are. Hope is a deeply relative idea. The well hope for a response from the world, whether they are breathing or working or in love. If this is not there, trouble starts. With the ill, there is less relationship, less call, less response, more fear of help or response when it is there, and therefore far more trouble. Hope, since it is not in every sense an absolute, must discover the other half of itself, the outside world, and the idea of help. Thus, we analyze and attack a first form of the absolutizing instinct. We relieve hope of its burden of being an absolutely interior thing. Though deeply interior, it is also, fortunately, a relative term. It relies on the outside world and it relies on help. And that is a perfect segue into our meditation. None of us can do this alone. It takes a community. We gather together this morning to move into the second part of the meditation. For people new, this is a time to get comfortable, take your shoes off. I'm going to lower the lights. I've got the bell. This is also the time, one of the ways we flourish during a pandemic is to unplug. I've got the timer set for 20 minutes, so you don't even have to worry about that. Put the cell phones on silent, or as my friend Father Tim likes to say, on stun. I invite you to close your eyes or lower your eyes, whatever feels comfortable to you. And we will begin and end with the sound of the bell. Let's get started. Listen, listen, the sound of this beautiful bell returns us to our true home. As always, let's get going with diaphragmatic breathing, that is, breathing deeply as possible into the lower belly 3 times. In through the nose, out through the mouth to get grounded. Together as a community, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time, give it all you got. Inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Take the attention to the body. The body keeps the score. Start with the feet, Feel the feet pressed onto the green earth, our mother, and just notice any sensations between the soles of your feet and the earth. Moving up the body, we arrive at the chair, providing support. Let's reflect on where we felt a little support over this weekend. It could be a conversation with a friend, something of beauty, somewhere you received a little help, just where you felt supported. And lean into it. Relax the shoulders. Anything you've been holding on to this weekend, just let it go. Surrender, let it slide down the back, let the earth receive it. Relax, renew, restore. My friend Father Tom Weston has a beautiful sticker that says lighten up. Just notice if you feel a little lighter. Moving towards the front of the body, we arrive at the heart, the place the spiritual world touches the physical world. I invite you to take your hands to your heart, to focus on something this weekend that brought you a little gratitude, and then just name it in one word. Very gently place that word towards the back of your heart, and as a community, let's breathe into the gratitude. Together, inhale. Exhale, release the hands, and just notice what you feel. Finally, we arrive at the forehead, the seat of intuition. St. Ignatius invites us to ask God for what we deeply desire. And on this beautiful rainy Monday morning, let us be courageous enough to ask God for something beautiful today. We'll seal that intention with an inhale and exhale. Take the attention to the traffic, the sensations in the body. Focus on the breath and enjoy a little deep rest. Please continue.
Gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead, open the eyes. Let's circle the wrist, get a little circulation going. Reverse the train, go the other way. Inhale, raise the arms up. Tilt a little to the left, to the right. Healthy spine, healthy body. Little back bend, full forward. Shake out anything you've been holding on to. And that is the perfect segue to our Jesuit Ignatian Examen. So for this, if you're new, happy Monday. Please drop your name in the comment box. Tell us where you're from. You've joined, in my opinion, the best community in all of Hollywood. And now we'll just go over 3 places where you encountered God over the weekend. You members of the community, please drop them in the comment box if you would like, and I will share them with you myself. So no surprise to all of you, I always love the food pantry on Saturday. This weekend it was exceptional because I want to give a little shout out to All Saints Church in Beverly Hills. They hit it out of the park. They provided so many sandwiches, but not only sandwiches, bag lunches that all of the kids decorated like with colored Christmas trees, each individually painted for the unhoused, and just person after person after person uh, struggling, living on the streets. There was so much joy as they receive those beautiful Christmas bag lunches. So, All Saints, God cannot be outdone in generosity, but you sure gave him a run for his money this weekend. So that was first thing. Uh, oh, shoot, I might do 4 today. Second thing, let's give Brother Henry a shout out. Oh my goodness, the Christmas lunch from 12 to 2 with Genevieve's Garden was over the top. I mean, delicious baked ham, heated in the oven, then put on the barbecue pit. Look at my Facebook page, I posted it. Macaroni and cheese, all kind of delicious apple pumpkin pies. Uh, Bob made the coffee from Starbucks. I mean, it just got better and better and better. Uh, Tons of volunteers showed up to welcome people and clean afterwards and keep everything safe. It was, yeah, it was Genevieve Garden at its best on Christmas. And then
last but not least, I just really enjoyed all of our community who participated with our meditation group on Christmas morning. It was such a beautiful way to start start Christmas, to be with all of you, to come together, to give that first 20 minutes of the day to God, and to develop and to really experience the miracle of Christmas on Christmas morning. So thank you. God bless you. Welcome. I'll see you tomorrow.